Now we gotta zoom that out. All right. There we go. Now I gotta go find a link to that. Damn it. Get your shit together, bot. Hmm. All right, I do believe we are ready to go. Except for game capture, because, you know. Let me get the FDF stream pulled up. Frontier. They are live. I'm gonna have to mess with that in a minute. Yes, I want to remove that. Occupy, hello. Can I not do the old school? Is that not a thing we can do anymore? It's just draw a capture. Well, let me see what they're talking about. They're talking about Jurassic World 3. So. And Planet Coaster. Where are we? Oh, we're in Robigo. Why are we in Robigo? I was letting a buddy try out the joysticks, that's why. Let's go ahead and get home. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm gonna have Frontier stream on the side for me. When they switch to Elite, then I'll bring it fully to the front, and we'll definitely take a look, because Panther Clipper Mark II info. For now, I'm gonna try to get back to my Corvette, and
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Reset, because I have made a couple videos, and I have let a buddy mess with my joysticks because he was curious about the twin sticks, so I am all discombobulated about where I am.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hey, well, today. Too many streams to keep track of right now. They are going to give us the release date on the Clipper, they just said.
2, 1, engage.
Well, alright, so they're talking about Jurassic World 3. So,
Fuel scooping complete.
not really interested there. I mean, it looks nice, but I'm just not really into that type of management sim. Now, I have friends who probably are, like, literally drooling at the thought of that game. They did say they are going to tell us the release date on the Clipper. Man, the Cobra Mark 5 is snappy.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
Almost safe landing. Hangar crew is ready. Welcome to a carrier, Commander.
All right. Wait, nope. Shipyard. So... There she is. Yeah, I do really like the Cobra Mark 5. It's really what the Cobra Mark 4 should have been, but you know. I need to go to Beta 3 Takani. Or close to it. And that's a long way away, I think. I'm in the bubble. I've been in the bubble for a while. I haven't been doing too much as far as exploration or stuff. Dune Awakening has gotten hold of me in a big way. As I say, I bet there's no free slots there. It's fine. We'll jump one system out. I don't need to be in the system for this. Really? No free slots. Are all the systems around this place full up right now? Jesus. Colony is one of the coolest systems I've ever seen. Oh, really? Now that I'm curious about. I tried to get a closer up. It'll take us half the stream to get the Corvette there. If I jump it manually. There we go. What's the system well today? I'm just curious if we plotted that with the the Corvette. That is has 22 jumps in the Corvette. That is not fun. This is not a fun ship to travel in. Not long distances. Yep, 25, 21. I mean, see if I have any data on that. Five jumps here. Now I'm curious. What can Anara tell me about that system? What's so cool about it? You all stations. Class A star, HMC, Rocky Body. Water World, gas giant with water-based life. Am I reading that right? Are there 7 stars in this system? That's insane. I mean, we can visit it while the carrier is making his jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Because the Mandalay can get places quick.
Speed restrictions have been lifted. Until next time, Commander.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
No worries. No worries. Alright, we're in hyper for an awful long time here.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, why did I get a stutter there? Make sure it's not on my end.
3, 2, 1. Engage. System scan complete.
Nope, not on my end. That is FDev then.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so they're still on about Jurassic World 3 Evolution. Or Jurassic World Evolution 3, whatever it is.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Again, very pretty looking game, just not my thing.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Yeah, the building tools are impressive looking.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Okay, I'm curious about what the release date on this ship is going to be. I hope it is soon.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Now, see, this would have been such a massive pain in the ass with the Corvette. Like, it does not make trips like this easily.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
We're going to go ahead and fuel up 4 tornadoes near you. Good Lord, son. I'm glad you are okay. We're all trying not to die of the heat wave over here on the southeast coast. Feels like it's up to like 111 today. It's miserable. Carrier's jumping in 5.
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, I'm staying inside. We have absolutely been really careful about staying inside, careful about taking the dog out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, underwater dinosaurs. I wonder if that's a big new thing in this game. All right, let's see what this awesome system is about. It looks interesting on paper, though I'm really curious about what we're gonna see. I love that class of star. Such a cool color.
Fuel sweeping complete.
.51 megameters. That's pretty generous drop range. We should be fine.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
Why do you want me to align with? Thank you.
Frameshift drive charging.
Can we stop being stupid here?
Ready to engage.
Thank you. I hate it when it does that.
Engage.
All right, let's have a look at this system. That... I'm sorry, is that a dwarf star with rings? I haven't seen this in a long time. What? Oh my god, look at those things. That's Copper Spot making this jump. Look at that. Let's get vertical on this. What? That is crazy cool. See the gas transmitter? No, I need to go look.
Hull integrity.
Whoops! Which gas tank should I be looking at? 7A or 5A? That's a perfect spot for a base right there. Is that water world? That's cool.
Scan
I'm
detected.
gonna assume this one, all of them. Let's hit the 5A. Why am I being scanned? I don't have anything you want.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Warning. Temperature critical.
Oh, we're fine. I can see that. That dwarf star with rings, though, is not something you see very often. That is hella cool. See the rings in the water world too. That's sick. Yeah, this is pretty cool system. Oh no, this looks like it's going to be Crazy Town. I'm already a fan. FDev's still talking about Jurassic World Evolution.
System scan complete.
This is a very cool system. Alright, we're not going to run into anything. What does this look like in the orrery? Nothing super crazy about the plane, but this is still a really cool system. I can absolutely see why you pick this place. Yeah, very, very cool. Should turn into a very good colony. Ah, wrong button. Why did I bind that there? Yeah, I know. I would have definitely thought somebody would have jumped on that. That's a good system.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
All right, they're done talking about Jurassic World Evolution. They are now jumping into Planet Coaster 2. As always, Elite's going to be the last thing. Thanks for telling me that was there. I love seeing cool systems like that. That's super, super nifty.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
They always leave Elite till last. I'm not surprised.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
All right. I wonder when Planet Coaster 3 is going to come out.
Fuel scooping.
Building up that cache of universal cartographic data to just have on hand.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Okay. Oh, this is a bright boy. So for anybody just joining us, update, FDev just moved from talking about Jurassic World to Planet Coaster 2, which means Elite will be last as usual, so just kind of keeping an eye on them out of the corner of my eye. Stream had only 10 people watching it. This is true. I know that there's a lot of Elite players in that chat that do not care about Jurassic World. Although there's some people that are fairly excited about Planet Coaster.
Frameshift drive charging.
If I was going to pick up any of FDev's other games, I would probably pick up Planet Coaster. Just because I've watched way too many Let's Game It Out videos of him torturing people in the game, and that appeals to my evil little heart. Oh, I need to show you guys something. As you guys know, I'll do it whenever a new ship comes out for sure, but I will occasionally buy the new variants of, or make them myself, of the ships that FDev is selling. And,
Fuel suit disengaged.
boy, one of their new ones I tested out, I'll show it to you. Somebody on the dev team needs to get slapped.
Frameshift
Oh, I
drive
love Let's
charging.
Game It Out. I love Josh. Josh is hilarious.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
My girl's not even a gamer, and she loves watching him. Oh, now that she has her own Switch, I think she might get a little more into games. I just loaned her a couple things off my couple virtual game cards off my Switch too.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
We got a little bit to cruise. I want to see something. Yeah, this system's full up on carriers too. Good God. So when this most recent CG came out, FDev put out a pulling it up right here. Ship pre-built. Mamba Conflict Zone Jumpstart. Oh, we're orbiting an Earth-like. Nice. So, dominate up close with this specialized conflict zone Mamba jumpstart utilizing 5 high-capacity ammo fragment cannons. Mixing together thermal and kinetic damage, you'll be sure to bring the fire. Ooh, very clever, guys. You've been doing the on-foot CZs? I prefer the flight ones. You guys know I'm not a fan of the on-foot combat, but the other reason for that is they don't make as much money per se, but the Corvette is built for
Scan detected.
precisely that type of fight.
Please approach your designated landing pad in good time.
And I can generally manage the extra goals that pop up.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
All right, so let's have a look at this ship real quick. I just want y'all to
Services are available for
see
use,
this.
Commander.
So here's your frag cannons on this thing. Oversized, incendiary, corrosive, and drag munitions. This thing is a fucking joke. Like, I want to slap whoever put this thing together. I am no slouch of a combat pilot. This thing is a joke. It's just... It's so bad. Like, I feel angry for people that bought that thing. All right.
Ship has released. Departure authorized.
Completely in the dark. Love it.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right, we got a few minutes. Let's go murder something.
All clear. Take care, Commander.
CG Award has FST interrupt on it. Yikes.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, he's 100% right there. That's big yikes.
Fuel sweeping. Fuel sweeping complete.
Yeah, that could end up being a very nasty module. Never did scan the system the last time Looney and I were here. We'll get that out of the way real quick. Gone a little too fast, though. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Random permanent system. Well, let's head towards Bakewell then.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage.
I'll take a low intensity for now so I can keep an eye on the FDev stream. It's about time for them to be wrapping this shit up, though, and moving on. I should be on Elite, like, soon.
Very, very exciting stuff.
Lovely stuff.
Planet Coaster 2. Obviously, I'm excited.
I know,
but
you are a super fan. You
I
are
am
the
a
super
super fan.
fan.
Yeah. Pirate and Fairy Tale coming back
How's
along with
their
it,
audio,
especially on my
guys?
photos. It's so good. So yeah, Monday the 30th
Yes.
when that comes out.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Put it in.
it's time to kick off our giveaway, and we've got a bunch of stuff that I've prepared earlier.
Yes.
Let's do these.
What
these
have we
quite
got, Rich?
Flash ones first. We have
We've got very
a
ooh.
Razer Basilisk V3 gaming mouse.
Yeah.
Very swish.
Nice.
Even swisher than that. So we have
Even
a
Swisher.
Razer Black Widow.
I mean, that's pretty.
V3
Yeah,
gaming
that's
keyboard.
pretty good. Yeah.
Very posh. If you see
Very
a
nice.
square-shirted Rich leaving the studio after the,
That's
the
what I used to use.
show, no, you didn't. We have an Elite Dangerous beanie hat, and
Beanie.
also we have it's down here. We have an Elite Dangerous. Got it
This
right
is
way
very
up,
nice. Yeah.
An Elite Dangerous mouse pad.
Check this out.
Ooh, I
Look at
want.
this. That's very nice.
Look at that.
Lovely. Yeah. Lovely
Try and get
stuff.
this out of the way. So to enter, you're going to need to put a keyword. I'm going to roll this up while I do this into the chat, and this is on Twitch only. So if you're
Yes,
not already
very
on
important.
Twitch, twitch.tv/Frontier, get over there now so you can put this in the chat.
Yeah.
And geographical restrictions do apply, and please head to frontier.co.uk/legal for all the T's and C's and stuff like that.
Yes. But
So-
what do they need to do to win? What do we need to enter?
To win this, or to enter this giveaway, you need to put !dinosaur, all lowercase, into the chat.
In the chat.
!dinosaur, DINOSAUR, all in lowercase.
Yes.
And
Get
we
that
will
I have
leave this
entered.
open for a little bit, a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So get that in the chat now on Twitch, twitch.tv/Frontier, if you want to enter this giveaway.
Lovely stuff. But yes, whilst we are waiting for you guys to get in there and hopefully win everything there, good luck to everybody. We're going to be having a look at Planet Zoo because we've also got some cool stuff coming there. What's going to be going on with Planet Zoo, Rich?
Planet Zoo, it was
Come on.
launch day for a DLC for Planet Zoo
Very
on PC
exciting.
this morning.
Yes.
The
yes.
Asia Animal Pack released earlier today
Yep.
on PC, and it brings 7 brand new animals, including the honey badger, the Japanese raccoon dog, and the black buck
Beautiful.
to the game.
Lovely
And
animals.
yeah, they're stunning. 100 brand new scenery pieces as well, and a new campaign scenario.
Amazing.
Where Dominic Myers is back again, determined to breathe life into a new park, or into an old park, sorry, in South Korea.
Very cool. Very
So
cool.
let's-
Loads to do there.
While you guys are entering the giveaway, !dinosaur if you haven't already. let's take a look at the trailer.
The humans in this game are kind of creepy looking.
So there you go.
It's so nice.
That is
Absolutely
the Asia
beautiful.
Animal Pack, and it's out right now
Today.
on Steam. So
Okay,
go and grab that
cool.
if you'd like.
Move on.
And it is going to be coming to console alongside the America's Animal Pack on the 5th of August.
Yes, we've got some
So-
lovely key art on here, so you can have a look
Yeah.
at that. Beautiful.
So Planet Zoo console players, you don't have to wait all that long to get your hands on these 2 packs together. And also released today was a free update, which includes something new and free for everyone. It's the Malabar Rose Butterfly.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
it.
Beautiful. Yep, that's coming out today. That is with
That is
the free
available
update as
today as a free update for everybody.
Get hold of that.
Absolutely.
Lovely stuff. So we're going to be closing up the giveaway now. So no more entries, please. We're going to be announcing the winner of these great prizes shortly. If you are a winner, you will be receiving a Twitch Whisper, a DM from our official Frontier account. So look out for that. But yes, we have now closed the giveaway. So yeah,
Best of
good
luck.
luck to everybody.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck.
Okay, I think we've left them hanging long enough.
Yes,
Elite
let's run
players,
here.
commanders, it's your turn. So 2 unlocked to
Here we
go,
go.
which is an official unit of measurement here at Frontier. We revealed the Panther Clipper Mark II. And this month, we're going to give you all of the juicy details. And for this, I'm going to hand over to Zach, who sat down with Chris and Curtis earlier this week.
Hello everybody, Zach here, brand manager on Elite Dangerous here at Frontier, and I'm joined by 2 special dev guests today to talk about everyone's favourite space game, Elite Dangerous. So would you like to introduce yourself, starting with Curtis?
Hi, I'm Curtis. I'm one of the designers on the game.
Chris?
I'm Chris, and I'm the art director on the game.
Lovely. So I think everybody knows what we're here to talk about today. We said at the end of the last show that we would talk about the Panther Clipper Mark II, which is what we're here to talk about. Chris very kindly, I believe 2 months ago now.
2 whole months since
Yes.
PitCon, and we revealed that the Panther was coming.
Yeah, very, very nicely with the teaser image that you kindly put together
Fun
at
stuff.
PitCon. And then, yes, we went into Unlocked, where you talked about the concepts and the sort of design ethos, I guess, like what you were thinking for the initial concept of the ship.
Very
right?
much so, and so those concept images, obviously we had those complete at the time,
Yep.
and we've spent the last 2 months actually trying to get that into game and fulfill on those concept images. And I think we've done a pretty good job of it, as you'll see later.
Yes, I mean, this is one of the, if not the largest ship we've ever put into Elite Dangerous, at least from a player control point of view, right? And so that does actually translate to the work and effort that it is needed from your team.
Definitely, it's certainly a challenging ship to implement and to make good on all those things that we wanted to sell, the scale and the size of this ship, and we'll talk about some of that as we go through and see some of the images.
Sweet. All right. Well, talking of images, I think without further
worries,
ado,
what's
while we
next?
go through our sort of discussion points for you guys, let's show the Panther Clipper Mark II in the game for the very first time. So enjoy this chat as we go through. So I think to kick off, to bring everyone back up to speed, Curtis, what sort of ship is the Panther Clipper Mark II? For someone that's never maybe tuning in for the very first time to an Elite stream, maybe they've just picked up the game, what is the Panther Clipper Mark II?
Big trader.
It's a big trader, yes.
Big
It's
trader.
exactly that.
Some might say the biggest trader,
The biggest trader?
and
Yeah.
they would be correct.
Okay, well, we'll dive into the exact details of why that is the case
It's
later on. But Chris, I think
ginormous. Oh
it's
my
fair to say
God.
this thing is going to be pretty good for those players that want to get from A to B.
I think definitely if you have some goods that you want to move around the galaxy at speed,
Yes.
this is the ship for you. So perfect if you are looking to supply goods to build a new station for colonization, for instance, and loads of other things where you've got to shift tonnage from one point in space to another.
Yeah. So I think, Curtis, knowing, when we released colonization, we saw all those cries for, we really want to trade all these materials. How hard was it knowing behind the scenes that you were working on this the whole time? You just wanted to tell everybody this is what it was.
It was so hard seeing all of the posts that were like, "Oh, if I just had a couple of hundred more
Yeah.
tons of haulage, I'd be good." And just being like, "Can't say anything. Can't say anything."
Well, we're nearly there.
We are nearly there. Yes.
So, okay, on trading then, how does the Panther Clipper Mark II compare to the other traders in the game right now?
So roughly speaking, it's got about 50% more capacity than our biggest traders. So quite the improvement compared to what players are used to. It's got a similar jump range when fully laden to those traders as well. So even though it's hauling a lot more, it's keeping up with the
that's a
speed
big
that you'd
ship.
expect from like a Type 9 or something.
Yeah.
And it's also, compared to our dedicated traders, got a little bit more bite to it. You're carrying a lot of goods, so we wanted to make sure that like you had something there to defend yourself with.
Interesting. We'll touch on that a bit later on.
I'm sure we will.
And Chris, what do you think from a visual point of view? What was the process when you had to set
Oh
the
my
ship
God, that's
aside?
cool.
I guess from some of the other traders in the game.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of large trading ships, and in the game they have been for a while. And I think one of the things that they all share, which we have also implemented with the Panther, is form follows function. So they are large, they are bulky, they don't waste space. And so that tends to have
Oh my God,
consequence
this
that they
thing's
have a
barely
slightly
gonna
boxy
fit.
appearance. Some of our other ships, though, were boxy and also quite angular and quite brutalist, and that was by intention. So with this one of the bits of thinking that we had was similar to the Mandalay, where we took an explorer ship, but we wanted to go for something that had a few more curves in there and a slightly more appealing look. Same lens really was used on the Panther, so that's why we went for Zorg and Peterson as a manufacturer.
Yeah.
So we could have a few more elegant lines and bits of design in there, while still maintaining that big bulky look.
Yeah.
It's just that little bit more refined in its detailing.
That's a
And
good looking ship.
yeah, we think it's unique for that reason.
Yeah, and I think everyone watching right now, seeing the footage, will quite clearly be able to see that silhouette of the original Panther
Yeah.
Clipper, right? But with, like you said, those enhancements that we've seen across all of the new ships that we've added to the game, right? But this one in particular, you can really see that the callback to the original.
I think hopefully it will map onto that and remind people who remember that ship, whilst also providing a unique and exciting new ship for those who maybe haven't played the older games.
100%. All right then. So, what is, Curtis? What would you say the USP of the ship is? I think with a lot of these new ships we're adding, we like to try and we have a USP for each of them. What would you really say? You're speaking directly to the players right now. What is that USP of the ship?
So there is the obvious one. It's got loads more cargo
Absolutely.
capacity. But our best traders always have the most cargo. So I'd say that probably with the Panther, the thing I like most about it anyway is I don't have to sacrifice on some of the sort of like more comfort modules that I'd like to take when trading.
Okay.
If I'm trading at the moment, I might go around in a stripped down Type 9 that has no shields and no booster and nothing, and sort of get as much cargo as I can out of it. Whereas in the Panther, if I want 1,000 tons of cargo and still want a shield and a couple of other modules, I can do it.
Okay. I mean that makes it a pretty exciting prospect just by itself, right? Chris, I mean from a visual point of view, is there anything on the ship itself? I mean, you guys are probably seeing it on the videos right now that you think sets it apart as in a sort of USP? Is it those thrusters on the side maybe, or something
There's
else?
a couple of things. Yeah, we always try to give each ship something unique, and in this case, it's definitely the rotating and pivoting engine pods, the 4 pods, that also in this ship's case serve as the ship's landing gear as well when it's come to rest. And that was a callback, as we discussed last time, to the way the original ship worked in the original Elite, and so we wanted to preserve that. And the team have done a really nice job of engineering that animation so that it feels nice and chunky and heavy on the side of the ship. And so, yeah, I think that's probably one of the most unique things. And then in terms of challenges, in terms of making this ship unique from a construction point of view, I think we hadn't quite realised until we got it in game that you... foolishly on our part, would be walking under this thing, on top of this thing. And that's a lot of real estate that we had to make sure held up from all of those angles. So we actually ended up taking the concepts and we were finding there were places where we needed to add a little bit more detail on top of that. And doing that in a targeted way so that it didn't feel too cluttered and it worked from a distance and it also worked close up. That was quite a challenge, but yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, so I mean, chat, when you eventually get your hands on the Panther Clipper Mark II, make sure you get out and look around underneath, because Chris and the team spent a lot of time making sure that
find the one spot we forgot to detail.
Yeah, put that in the issue tracker and then we'll have a look. All right then, so let's move on to the stuff that some of our players really like to know about Curtis. I know you have dreams or nightmares about these moments where we talk about hard points and things like that. So let's
statistics. Here we go.
Here we go. Let's start with the hard points, Curtis. How many does the ship have?
So it does have 10.
Okay.
Which, if I'm remembering correctly, is the most of any ship in the game.
Okay.
And as for the configuration, you've got 4 small, 4 medium, and 2 large.
Right.
So a fair amount of firepower. You know, you're not matching a Corvette or an Anaconda, but you know the Type 9 is sort of kind of blown out the water a bit by that.
Okay. And sorry, go on.
No. Please.
Is there anything you envision a player to put on those hard points in particular, or is it quite open to interpretation?
Well, you can put whatever you want on it. I might stay away from fixed weapons because it is a big ship, so it does have quite the wide turning circle. So I imagine most players put turrets on, but you could fit it with pretty much whatever you want, and it'll do some damage.
Yeah, Chris, how was it finding the spots for those hard points on this one? Was it easy? Was it hard?
Surprisingly,
a lot of space.
A little bit easier on this one, partly due to those factors. The fact that it's encouraged to use turrets, for instance, helps it a little bit, but definitely we wanted to make sure that there were centerline weapons as well. And to do all the tests that we do usually to get those hard points in really early in the process. And then Curtis and his team will test that out and make sure that they feed back to us on what's working and what isn't working. So a little bit easier just in terms of the fact that there's more space. So you're not having to fit them into thin wings or anything like that. The bulk of it definitely helped, but it was the usual process and back and forth to refine where they actually ended up.
Perfect. All right then. So let's move on to optional internals.
Yep. So for this one, we've got one size 1, one size 2, size 4. You know, for your booster or whatever. 2 size 5s, 3 size 6, 2 size 7, and 2 size 8.
Nice. Okay.
There's something special about those ones, but
we'll talk about those. Yes, you may have picked up on that chat. We'll talk about those just in a second. But first, let's just go over the core internals as well.
That's a lot.
Yep. So again, it's a big ship, so it needs a lot of power, and it needs a basically big everything.
Yes.
So size 8 power plant, same for thrusters. Size 7 FSD. Life support and sensors are only a size 5 because it's a trader, doesn't really need them as much. And then power distributor and fuel tank are also a size 7. So overall, a pretty beefy ship.
Yes, and I think that makes sense for the size in this one.
Yeah, and that also explains why it weighs so much.
Yes. All right, so the Panther Clipper Mark II, as you just sort of hinted at, is actually the first ship we've made in Elite Dangerous to introduce a new module slot recently. So can you tell us a bit more about that? Yeah, so players that fly ships with the military slots will be somewhat familiar with what we've done here. And what the Panther has is it has 2 slots that are specifically designed to only take specific modules, kind of like the military slots. But in this case, instead of it being military gear, it is basically storage modules. So specifically, this will be cargo racks and fuel tanks. But
along with this, and this is the bit that's more unique to this slot than to stuff like the military slot, is there are specific modules that will only fit in these slots, so only the Panther can have them.
Right.
And that is specifically a size 8 and a size 7 on the Panther. And there are 2 new modules, size 7 and 8, of a optimized cargo rack that has an increased capacity, so you can fit even more cargo on the ship.
Okay. Are you willing to give us any numbers in terms of?
So it's a 50% increase.
Yeah.
So you folks, I'm going to do the math.
Yeah,
But it's a
fair
50%
enough.
increase on the size 7 and the size 8 standard cargo.
So it's going to transfer a lot, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so a new unique module is something that, you know, we're excited to keep advancing with these ships and seeing what we can do with them. And this is, you know, us again testing those waters and seeing, you know, as you look at all the sort of plethora of elite dangerous ships we have right now, and you're trying to pick out spaces where there is, you know, opportunity to advance a certain area, right? And this kind of thing will help us do that, right?
Exactly. It gives us a lot more tools, or a lot of like different arrows in our quiver to make ships unique going forward, so that we can really make sure that we're not just like producing the same ship but with a slightly different skin.
Yeah. So I think on that, I guess, just to wrap all this up into one main question about trade, I think to summarize, Curtis, what makes this ship so good at trade? It is that capacity, right, as well as some other bits.
It all comes down to how much it can carry and what you can do with the ship while carrying that amount. And it's, you know, it's well armed, it's well equipped, and it can haul as much as you want.
Perfect. All right. So obviously, as you mentioned earlier, this is a trade ship. Quite a lot of the time, if you are trading, you're probably going to come across some not so polite commanders who maybe want to destroy your ship. So how does the Panther Clipper fare in combat at the minute?
So as I'm sure people are guessing and looking at with the additional hard points and everything, it fares fairly well. Again, it's probably not gonna take out many pirates, especially not the ones that are coming properly well equipped, but I would be worried I would not casually go up to a Panther Clipper and start fighting it. I would prepare for that assault.
Yeah.
And I think that's sort of the point. It's a trader, it's not a combat vessel, but because of how much it's trading, it needs to be able to defend itself, and that's what we've tried to provide here.
Perfect. All right then. So as always, our commanders, we tell our commanders this is a trade ship, this is a combat ship, and then you guys will go away and do something completely different with it. So we thought we'd give you just a tiny bit of a head start. Curtis, is there any other use cases for this ship that you can think of off the top of your head?
So I fully expect to see this thing exploring, even though it's not supposed to.
Yeah, of course.
And I expect it to dominate conflict zones, even though it's never done that in testing. But I think the thing I would expect players to find quite useful about it is, while it's going to be a bit awkward to maneuver and fit in for doing stuff like core mining, just by virtue of the fact that it's got a lot of hard points, a lot of power, and a lot of space, I could see this being a really good laser miner for players. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll know within a few weeks of release exactly what else the Panther Clipper is great at, which is good. All right, so another thing in the Panther Clipper Mark II is the new bridge. I think you alluded to it last time you were on the show. Just tell us a bit, I guess, Chris, first from your point of view, what was the visual sort of process and how did you think about that as you were going about creating it?
Interesting ship.
So it's a big ship and it needed a big bridge, basically. So we felt that it was worth making something bespoke for this one. And we really wanted to evoke the look of the older ship where there's a strip of windows. And so we wanted that long kind of feel and that view out of the front. So we paid a lot of attention to where the seating was going to be placed on the ship. So we've got the main pilot's position in the center at the front, and then we've got the 3 other crew arrayed at the back, and there's some nice views that can be taken of the crew and nice compositions that if you're so minded we'll give you some good screenshots.
Wookie Smoke, what's up?
And from a visual point of view, we kind of wanted to just make it fit with the outside, so it's chunky and industrial, but not too chunky and industrial. There's a little bit of finesse to the way it's put together. And those 4 seats, I think, will hopefully come in useful when the crew have to defend themselves.
Yeah, Curtis, do you want to expand a bit on that?
Yeah, so as you say, there's 4 seats if you include the pilot. So you've got 1 seat for the pilot, 1 seat for the gunner on all of those turrets. And this will also be our first, in the line of new ships at least, ship with a fighter bay, which
Lovely.
means you can have 2 of your fellow crew members in fighters helping you fend off those nasty pirates after all of your glorious cargo.
Lovely. So there is basically plenty of, things to do for everyone on board.
Yep.
All right. So one of the last things we like to talk about every time when we talk about these new ships is the cosmetics and some of the ways that you can make the ship your own. So
Can I have
as
this?
always, we've got the standard version of the ship. And Chris, we've also got the Stellar version this time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the fun parts of designing
Yeah, I know I've not been talking a lot. That's why I didn't adjust the volume.
the process where we then start to add bits for the ship kits and design all the different paint jobs and liveries for that. So in this case, obviously there'll be a range to come over time, but day one you'll be able to choose between the standard version and then the Stellar version, which comes with a nice black and gold livery, which we think looks rather smart.
Yep.
And also a set of kit pieces, 6 I think, which you can then configure to change the shape of your hull to make the ship look the way you want it to look. And that's always a fun part of seeing which bits people choose and the different configurations that people can come up with and the different combos with the different paint jobs. So yeah, looking forward to seeing people play with that.
Very nice. And we are also working on a Owners Club decal as well, which is going to be available for commanders, and we'll give you some more information on that at a later date. One thing I did want to touch on I think it's on the Stellar edition, correct me if I'm wrong, it might be on the base, the sort of, I don't know how to describe it, there is a part on the front of the ship that is very reminiscent of the original Panther Clipper, right, that has made its way.
I think the word you're looking for is prong.
Prong, okay.
So yeah, we as we've discussed, we were trying to harken back to the original design as much as possible. And the original design does have a prong that's asymmetrical. It's on one side of the ship. And we toyed with the idea of including that on the base. And I do like what it does to the ship, and it does add that little extra callback to the original one, but we decided to have that as an optional element, so you can choose whether or not you want to have that or any of the other kit pieces on your ship.
Perfect, makes sense. So obviously the Panther Clipper Mark II is a legendary ship. It's something that you guys have wanted for a long time, and I'm happy to say that it's going to be coming into Elite Dangerous in ARC's early access on the 22nd of July, and you actually won't have to wait too much longer for the Vanguard's update, which will be arriving in early August. So if you did want to find out more about the Vanguard's update, make sure to check out last month's Unlocked. But until then, I'll hand back to Sam and Rich in the studio.
There you go. Very exciting, hey?
It's a big boy, isn't it?
All right, I'm going to pull up the recording I just made real quick, and we're going to go back and look at a couple things. They did not give an actual number. No. Let's see. Let me look for something real quick. Okay. This is what I wanted, was the optionals. Size 8 power plant and thrusters, 7 FSD. Size 5. Okay, that was a type an error on my part. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 2 size 5, 3 size 6, 2 size 7. Okay. Let me correct those typos real quick. All right. So, all right. So hard points was 4 smalls, 4 mediums, 2 large. Optional internals was 1 size 1, 1 size 2, 1 size 4, 2 size 5, 3 size 6, 2 size 7s, and 2 size 8. So we have a Class 8 power plant and thrusters, Class 7 FSD, Class 7 fuel tank, Class 7 power distributor, Class 5 life support, Class 5 sensors. And then we're talking about 2 new cargo racks, the optimized cargo racks that can hold 50% more than the largest current module, which, what is that? T56? So that would be a 384-ton cargo. Chester, nobody. Chester. Right now, dude. Chester. Out.
Mommy, I know you haven't defended Daddy's window in several days, but it's okay.
All right, so that would be 768. We're closing in on already right there. Yeah, I'm betting 1,100 tons, maybe a little more. Not as much as I was hoping for. But I also never thought they were going to give us like 2,000-3,000. I just don't see them doing that. That is a big ship. That thing's barely fitting through the cargo or through the mail slot. So,
Incoming message.
they did say, obviously, they did say 1,000 tons and still have shields, blah, blah, blah. So, like Jesse Colt just said. All in all, I mean, I'm pretty happy. I would have liked it to have been right at 1,500, and we, until we actually get our hands on it, you may be able to push it that far. This is just spitballing the math. But yeah, yes, I'm thinking you're going to get right to 1,200, stripped, no shields, no landing assist, etc. That's exactly what I'm kind of thinking we're going to be getting there.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
Which 1,200 tons.
Ready to engage.
Actually, before I do this, let's just hang here in space for a minute. Let's kind of put that into perspective real quick. I'm going to pull up Inara, and I'll let's see. Let's just say that I'm out shopping for stuff for my stations. Let's go to Oregon. Let's look up Trailblazer song real quick. Trailblazer song maybe not the best option. Let's look at like Zabrowski. That's a good one. Yeah, this is a perfectly fine example. So just taking a look at a market here. I'll zoom this in for you guys a little bit. So we're going to supply like 13,000, 24,000, 6,000. That's obviously a lot. 3,000, 47,000, 5,000. And if you think about it, a lot of your commodities are in the low thousands to maybe mid double digits, with some outliers like these resonating separators here, things like that. So if we're at 1,100 to 1,200 tons, Panther Clipper is going to be able to wipe out a star system in a few runs. I don't think they could go a whole lot bigger than that and not break the crap out of some things. Which they're definitely not wanting to do.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So, again, while I could have wished for more cargo, we're definitely not getting a freaking Star Citizen. Have a good one, well, today. We're definitely not getting a freaking Star Citizen where the Hull C can haul around like 40,000 tons of cargo or whatever the hell it is. You know? I think that falls in a pretty good spot for the way supply and demand is in the game without them having to really mess with the background simulation. So I would have loved it to have been like the old game where you could buy out a whole fucking star system in that thing, but they're clearly not going to do that. Aesthetically, that is a very awesome ship. Those landing gear, man. And Fletch over in Twitch on my Discord, he made the point that it looks like Thunderbird 2 with that ship kit on it from the old Thunderbird series. It absolutely does, and it's freaking hilarious. So yeah, I wish it was closer to 1,500 tons. It would. I like nice round numbers, and some of the stuff that you have to haul for colonization would benefit from fitting in those nice round 1,500 plus 1,500. There's my 3K, you know? But FDev gonna FDev.
Okay, fighter is going live. I'm out at the hatch, Commander. Tell me where you need me. We're outnumbered here. Good to have you on the team, Commander.
Are we outnumbered? It does. It reminds me of a Star Wars Walker in a way. I definitely am digging the design. I like that they're taking some new design cues and not making everything a flying box for cargo ships right now. The fact that it has an actual bridge.
Under attack. Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
No shields for you, buddy.
Target shields offline.
Now, I wish we didn't have to wait a whole other month to get our hands on it.
Under attack.
Nicely done, Commander.
Alright, what is shooting me? Oh, Wakanda. Come here. Goodbye, sir.
Under attack.
So they said the 22nd of July for for the ship, and Vanguard's coming in August. So we'll have the Panther Clipper before we get Vanguards. And I am ready. Now, I'm wondering how, like, what the scarcity on these modules is going to be, because sometimes you have to jump through some hoops to get your hands on some military modules, just in terms of flying around. Yeah, no problem. I was taking, that's why I wasn't talking a lot during the presentation, as I was taking actual physical notes on a pen and pad.
Trajectory disruption. Under attack.
Fighters got him.
You're on a roll, Commander. Nice work, Ace. I'm starting to think we could win this thing.
These, this idea of them doing more specialized modules, I really like. Like, could we have some exploration stuff now? Like, people have been screaming for a new big science ship, or a big science ship, period. That really makes me hope they've got something up their sleeve for that.
Another one down. Keep going, Commander.
Target shields online. Target shields offline. Under attack. Flight assist off. Flight assist off. Flight assist off. Flight assist off.
You've got them. Well done, Commander.
Yeah, they'll be included default in the stellar version, I'm sure.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Target shields offline.
I'm willing to bet that, like you say, that if they give us new big ships, and ships that we're going to need bigger storage on the FCs, that's probably what they're hoping squadron FCs are going to be used for. Probably very much what they hope squadron FCs are going to be used for.
Under attack.
You got them. Well done, Commander.
40 is I don't even keep duplicates of ships with different loadouts like a lot of people do, and I'm going to be running out of storage space before too much longer. I really wish they would finally put a damn loadout system in. Come on. Come at me, bro. I feel kind of bad beating up on all these Vipers and Asps. Oh, an Eagle. Oh, shall we ruin his life?
Nicely done, Commander.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
That man is melting. Goodbye.
You're on a roll, Commander. They're falling back. Great job, Commander.
Frameshift charge detected.
972 grand. Yeah, and I don't like buying multiples. I just never have.
Monitoring the immediate area, Commander. If they're out there, we'll find them. On my way, Commander. Docking protocols initiated.
Thermal signature restored.
Alright, get docked so we can jump on out of here.
Fighter is home. Ready to leave, Commander.
Oh, we're targeted on a wake.
Frameshift drive charging.
How do I like the host us for flight sim? They're different. You're really just down to
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
it's really down to just one stick and using the other just for the throttle and on the base of it and the buttons. So I would say it's a little awkward for me because I'm used to the X56, which had a full range throttle, and this is not that, but it gets the job done, and it's not what these sticks were built for, so I can't complain about it too much. But I've been able to bind everything else I could want. It's a little, you know how flight sims binding menus are. It's a little tedious. But, you know, like having things bound to trim, like dials for trim and things like that is always nice.
Orbital flight engaged.
I will be honest, though. I tend to fly flight sim a lot these days with a controller. And the reason for that is when I do my favorite places to fly videos, I'm able to get smoother camera pans outside of the plane with a joystick, like a thumbstick, than I am with a stick like this. I know that's partial blasphemy, but
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
kind of tricks of the trade. A lot of times if you see me playing something for a video and there's a super smooth camera pan somewhere, then I've opted for a controller instead of a better control method just for the sake of the video. Wonder what the Panther Clipper Mark II is going to cost in game. Flight Sim 2024, I both love it and it frustrates me. The career mode is not what I wanted it to be. Now, if they finally allow us to download all of the assets, which is in beta, when that goes live, that'll be a lot nicer, because Road Gamer says 400 mil. That doesn't seem too out of line.
Core Dynamics, Delta India Golf. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau welcomes you.
Because Microsoft servers do not stream Flight Sim 2024's data fast enough.
Permission granted. Please land on designated pad number 24.
They just do not. And it is, I can tell you that it is.
Shields offline. Silent running.
Oops, accidentally clicked the trigger again. I need to move that bind. Yeah, they really took a step backwards with the key bindings. The streaming is what kills me because it does not care about your connection.
4,000 meters from touchdown.
Because if you guys have seen me run a speed test, you know that I have a connection that should be able to stream whatever Microsoft wants to throw at me. And I still have massive chunks of the game that just do not load like they're supposed to because the cloud servers are not sending the data fast enough. That's the most frustrating thing to me about that game. Do I like downloading a ½ terabyte of data? No, but if it makes my game work better, then I'll do it. For something like Flight Sim.
Hull integrity compromised. Shields online.
Docking procedure complete. Initiating ship lockdown. The Empire would like to apologize for any hostility you may have encountered on your approach to the facility, Commander.
Incoming message.
I'll have upped my rep. Size 2B3A Seeker Missile Rex, pre-usual high capacity and sturdy, plus FSD interrupt. That's what, you know, we're talking about earlier. That's, yikes. Big yikes. Did y'all notice? I'm going to see if I can pull that back up in the video. But let's just, for example, there's the Corvette on the pad. Let me get this pulled back up. There she is on the pad. So let's look at this thing on the pad. So there's the front line. which would be essentially what we're looking at right here. And it is... So it's landing gear. If I looked at that right, its landing gear is sitting out there. Yeah. There's Zone 1B. Its landing gear is sitting right here. Go fully. So yeah, I saw that you were looking at that, Flesh. And then its landing gear are sitting flush on that. All the way back to... Yeah. This is what I thought when we initially were talking about that. It was going to take the entire pad, and it absolutely is. She is a big ship. I'm wondering how accurate that 1450 is. I trust the community because, as we all know, this community is crazy about theory crafting and usually pretty good, but it just, until we can actually lay our hands on the thing. A decent thing I almost never do.
I need soldiers who are ready for action. This whole system's rife with conflict. Are you ready to join the fight?
Talk to us today about how you can help decide the future of this star system. Grab your gun and do your part.
Copy that. Deployment confirmed. Report to the dropship.
All right, Fletch, have a good one, brother. We're dropping in a vulture. That doesn't make me feel confident.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, while you fly, I'm going to look at my controls because I do not remember some of the on-foot controls. Item wheels left Alt. Grenade is X, melee is V. 1, 2. Grenade. What is grenade again? X. Shields, C. Okay. This will not go well. I do not do ground combat, but I'm curious about it since it was mentioned earlier. So let's look at that, what they put. Let's see. So size 1, total capacity 2 tons. Size 3, total capacity 8. Size 4, total capacity 32 tons. Size 5, total 64. Size 6, there's 3 of them, so 192. Here's where it gets interesting. Size 7, 384 tons total. Size 8, 768 tons for 1450 total. Need to know more about those special racks. And which is which, but man, that is a interesting ship. What y'all think about the little prong they put on that one ship kit to call out the old ship? Like, I thought that was a nice touch. Eurogamer, I've been waiting on this ship for like 8 years now. I know. I've played the old school games. I have been wishing this ship was in for so long. I really, really hope that they continue this trend of like unique new ships. Like I said earlier, military modules, and now we have like essentially trading modules. Like science modules is next. I would love for them to give us some other type of exploration gameplay, because scanning systems kind of old. Exobiology, I feel like, is... Exobiology has become a money treadmill. I mean, God, I'm guilty of it. Like something new and interesting. And of course, we still don't know what's really up with Thargoids, so that could be something else that they lean into, because I mean, we got rid of the Titans, but they're not done with that. I forgot how much I hate riding in taxi ships. And again, as a warning, as we head for this drop zone, guys, do not expect high quality gameplay out of me on this. I do not do ground combat in this game very often.
Orbital flight engaged.
So this may be rough. I mean, I was looking up key bindings to remember how to play on foot. So that tells you where we're at. For the last 5 years, just coming back to Elite. So switch. Eve to Elite. That's a switch. That is a big switch. That wasn't what I wanted.
Watch my back.
Oh, God. Play leave elite before Eve though. Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, guys, don't expect great things here. Oh, that's right. These are essentially capture point missions. Duh. No.
Everybody out.
You're patched up and good to go. Bravo is online. Reinforcements are touching down. The enemy took Echo. Foxtrot signal is online. Delta is in enemy hands. The enemy is asserting themselves. We've got to step it up. Shield online.
Yeah, let's just head for Foxtrot. Any good corpse on PC for late?
Reinforcements have arrived. The enemy has captured Bravo. Charlie has come online.
This is going horribly.
Shield online.
I mean, I would say wait until the Vanguard update to really worry about the squadrons because that's going to change a lot, I feel.
Enemy command has called in backup. Reinforcements have arrived. Foxtrot taken by the enemy. Delta is now online. The enemy has taken Alpha.
Oh. Yeah, I might go back to space conflict zones. I do not enjoy this combat. It just feels so jank still. I mean, as somebody who plays both, you're getting two very different experiences.
Ready up, soldier.
These days, I actually enjoy the fact that Elite is a little more pick up and play than Star Citizen is, which is a funny thing to say about Elite Dangerous, but like, it takes forever to do anything in Star Citizen.
Echo has lit up. Entering pressurized environment. Foxtrot is in combat. Get some guns over there. Shield offline. Enemy reinforcements are coming in hot. Foxtrot is in combat. Get some guns over there. Shield online. Reinforcements are ready to deploy. Vital signs stabilized. The enemy has taken Alpha.
Where'd you just shoot from?
Fire from the rear. Charlie has come online.
There's my shields. This is PvE. I just do not play this mode, which is why I'm look so horrible.
Enemy reinforcements are coming in hot. Foxtrot is ours. Delta is now online.
Let's see about Charlie. Oh. This is the other reason I don't play this, because I get lost in these bases. I am 100% going back to ship combat after this is over. Ooh, health packs. Ken has?
Stock up Echo for us. Leaving pressurized environment. Foxtrot signal is online. Reinforcements inbound. Charlie was secured.
Delta was not, though.
Echo has lit up. Enemy command has called in backup. Delta is an enemy hand. Shield offline. Shield deactivated. Shield activated. Alpha is now online. Incoming grenade!
Yeah, that was a stupid fight to pick. Yeah, their foot combat feels so fucking jank. I'll let this play out so I can at least get the combat bonds, but oh, dude, VR and Elite is like, it's a VR seller.
Nearing the drop zone. Get ready.
Well, we're right on top of Charlie.
We're being outmatched. We have to step up the fight. You're not done yet. Go get yourself some payback. Enemy engaged with Charlie. Reinforcements are touching down.
Ouch. That was a sniper.
Reinforcements are touching down. Enemy reinforcements are coming in hot. Charlie was secured. Echo has lit up. Reloading, 156. Alpha point secured. Enemy reinforcements are coming in hot.
Okay, can we get to Echo?
Bravo is online. Reinforcements inbound. Foxtrot taken by the enemy.
See, I'll be the only one on this.
Alpha is now online.
Shields down.
The enemy took Echo. Enemy forces inbound. Delta is now online. Reinforcements are ready to deploy. Shield online. Shield online. Alpha point secured.
Oh my god, there's their whole team.
Foxtrot signal is online. Reinforcements have arrived.
That's not a fight that I can win right there.
Enemy ship eliminated. Enemy command has called in backup. Support needed in Delta. Reloading, 156. Shield online. The enemy has captured Bravo. Reinforcements are tough. We can't afford new deployments. This is our last chance to claim victory. Shield online. Alpha is now online. Activating emergency air supply. Entering pressurized environment. Activating emergency air supply. Leaving pressurized environment. Enemy command has called in.
Got no batteries.
Activating emergency air supply. Activating emergency air supply. Warning. Vital signs weak. Activating emergency air supply.
There it was. Yeah, that's I'm not going to do another ground mission. I do not like their ground combat still.
Enemy reinforcements are coming in hot.
Please wait for the conflict to end. Well, there's only 4 left, so. I wish you could change views while you're doing this. Down to 3. Down to 2.
Alpha point secured.
Wow, they actually took a point. Are you kidding me?
Bravo is online.
There's no way they win. All right, come on. This can end any time now. I do like that you can see him fighting. Down to 1. Yeah, this guy's screwed. Like, sucks to be you. There it is. And now we got to ride a dropship back. I'm going to take this opportunity to take a quick break since we can't do anything while we're riding in a dropship. All right, we'll be back. Okay. Ooh. All right. And back. Needed that break. And here we are back on Bakewell platform. That was... blah. Not a fan. I'd much rather run space combat missions. Hi.
If you want to make a difference, you want to cash in your bonds, no problem. We done here, soldier?
No, we're
Come back
done.
when you're ready to fight.
I'm ready to fight. Yeah, I'll see you in space, lady. I love the Corvette. And after their comment about the Clipper on stream, I'm absolutely going to be running around underneath it, looking for detail spots they missed. Okay. Yay, I'm considered an ally. Right. Still in the top 75. 11 hours left. Fully repaired. All right, let's get back in my element and kill some shit.
Landing coupler disengaged. Please observe safe speeds when traversing the docking bay.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right. Big thing with the high intensities is to just play it smart. All right. This should go a little better than me on foot. Are we actually in? No, we're not in the asteroids. We're just clear of them.
Okay, fighter is going live. Fighter is live, awaiting orders.
Okay. Let's pop our faction selection, please.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Is a Conda really the closest thing to us? All right, well, let's go ahead and get rid of this then.
Under attack.
I mean, you can thermal attack all you want, bud.
Target shields offline.
Is there any... Wait a minute.
We've got an enemy captain in the area. Take him down.
Wait a minute.
Under attack.
Yeah, no, we're not playing this game. I see what happens. Fighter.
Shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Fighter down. Fighter is down, sir.
Nope, that is my fault, and I am not playing that game. I accidentally hit somebody from my side there. That's why everything was red. Even the ship can't take that kind of punishment.
Fighter assembly initiated.
That should have reset it for us. Hopefully. Yes, it did. Yeah, that's a little better.
Commander.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Come on.
Target destroyed.
Another one down. Keep going, Commander.
Fighter is live. Awaiting orders.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
High priority target sighted. Take them out. One of our command vessels has entered the area. Protect that ship.
Target destroyed.
Nicely done, Commander.
All right, let's get this enemy captain.
Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
All right, let's get right up in this guy's face.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Warning. Shield breach attack. Taking damage. Flight assist. Flight assist.
See, the problem is at the end of the day, bud, you're just an anaconda.
Targeting disrupted. Target destroyed.
You're on a roll, Commander.
Another conda, huh? This one's not elite, though.
Under attack.
There's your shields gone. Yeah, no, you're trying to... Not happening.
Target shields offline.
No shield booster for you, my friend.
Under
vulture. That's not a bad target, folks.
Nicely done, Commander.
You just had the bad luck to be right here when I switched targets. With no shields, you poor, poor bastard.
Good shooting, Commander.
This fight's actually going fairly well. The enemy AI is not, or the allied AI is not doing that great, but as long as there's enough of them alive to keep me from getting dogpiled by 7 or 8 ships at once, then this is a foregone conclusion. Really? You're not.
Nicely done, Commander.
Another vulture. I'm not even going to waste guns on this guy. He's getting fried.
Under attack. Branching charge detected.
Okay, if he's going to try and jump out, then yes, we will waste some guns on him.
Nicely done, Commander.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
You're on a roll, Commander.
Let's see my fighter shoot at anything in a minute. What is she up to?
Target shields online.
And target shields offline.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
gotta say, that Viper was running. Oh no, an impulse attack. Why is she set to defend?
You got him. Well done, Commander.
Oh! A Type 9!
Lay off, Commander. You're shooting at a friendly.
Target destroyed.
You got him. Well done, Commander.
You're trying to recharge your shields. I don't think so.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Another one down. Keep going, Commander.
Target destroyed.
You got him. Well done, Commander.
We all are ways out.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Target shields offline.
Come on back here. No running.
Temperature critical.
Good shooting, Commander.
Target shields offline.
There goes my fighter. Good job, girlie.
Shields offline. Silent prey. Warning.
That was not what I meant to hit.
Signature restored.
I need to move that button bind.
Target destroyed.
You're on a roll, Commander.
Sir, if they tell me I'm gonna roll one more time.
Under attack. Hull breach attack. Taking internal damage. Target shields online.
Nicely done, Commander.
Shields online. Under attack.
Alright, got our shields back.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Nicely done, Commander.
They're falling back. Great job, Commander.
Target shields online. Frameshift charge detected. Target shields offline. Frameshift charge detected.
Nicely done, Commander.
Let's take them out before they jump away, Commander.
Nah, I'm not gonna be able to get him. It is worth a shot, but
Bringing the fighter in now, sir.
we got 21 and 28 there.
Frameshift
Fighter is
drive
home.
charging.
Ready to leave, Commander.
Ready to engage. 4, 3,
Time to go restock.
1. Engage.
That was 3 million. Not bad. To vastly prefer the ship combat. We'll give it one more run. I didn't look at my power play assignments this week. Eh. That wasn't bad. Not bad at all. Well, I remember back in the day when 3 million credits seemed like a lot of money. And boom, there we go.
Core Dynamics Delta India Golf. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau offers their warmest greetings, Commander. Approval granted to land on designated pad number 39er.
Right.
Notice to all vessels. Please beware, heavy traffic reported in the area.
Landing gear deployed.
It did take a little bit of damage from when I accidentally hit silent running there.
Docking procedure complete. Execute system shutdown. The Empire would like to apologize for any hostility you may have encountered on your approach to the facility, Commander.
That's got us in the top 50. Nice. All right. Nobody else interesting here. Fully repaired.
Ship released. You are clear for departure.
Landing gear retracted.
No, I need to correct a couple things while I'm thinking about it. Options. One says.
You are now leaving the controlled zone.
One
Thank you,
says
Commander.
to-
Have a splendid journey.
One size 4. Size 5, 3, 6. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
We'll take the closer one since I'm about ready to wrap up for the day. Go ahead and dominate it and get it done with.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
No, you don't. This is what I get for taking my hand off the throttle. Only need a few more kills for that mission too, so this will be a profitable run.
Roger that, sir. Deploying the fighter. I'm ready to go, Commander.
Good to have you on the team, Commander.
Oh, look. Our first victim, and it's an anaconda.
Under attack. Target shields offline. Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
It's cute when they think their chaff is going to do something.
Under attack.
I'll be having those shield percentages back, please. And you can be dead.
Nicely done, Commander.
Oh. No wonder I was losing so much shields. I had one of these things on me. Goodbye, buddy.
Nicely done, Commander.
Nothing else shooting at me for the moment, so we get to pick a target. Oh no, chaff. Come here.
Well done, Commander.
Fighter got somebody by herself. Nice.
Another one down. Keep going, Commander.
Target shields offline.
Oh, I almost feel sorry for this Viper.
You're on a roll, Commander. Victory is close. I can feel it. Keep up the pressure.
3. Yet another vulture. I love how they talk shit. They're like, you made a big mistake. Really? Have you seen what you're flying and what I'm flying?
Temperature critical.
You got him. Well done,
And
Commander.
another vulture. This place is just Vulture City, man.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Flight assist. Flight assist
Oh, that's the battle over.
Frameshift charge detected.
On my way, Commander. Docking protocols initiated.
Cannot comply.
Fighter is secured, Commander. Diagnostics complete.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So 15 mil
Orbital flight
plus
engaged.
so 16 million. Not too bad.
Orbital flight engaged.
Oh, how do we get targeted on that? There we go.
Welcome to Clanvair Polgingich Gogereth Clandropov Clansasirio Gogogoch.
Ms. Ruddy has followed. Thank you. Got rated as well. Sorry, guys, I was a little preoccupied.
Welcome to Clanvair Polgingich Gogereth Clandropov Clansasirio Gogogoch.
And the Ruddy pack is followed. How is everybody doing? Apologize, I missed the initial raid. I was trying to deal with the end of that conflict zone. Hello, hello. How is it going today? We are just wrapping up a conflict zone and heading back to base to turn in this mission. And some combat bonds. Should be comfortably in the top 50% of this CG now. Let's kick it up to 50% throttle so we can actually get home at some point. I wish I could see how far into 50%, top 50 I was. Like, do I need to screw with this anymore tonight, or am I good? But it's fine. Credits aren't really the point. No, I'm definitely not with Kumo. I'm Empire Allied. I always have been ever since Power Play started. I feel bad for Kumo with this one. Like, it's been rough. It's not even close. And this is one of the more lopsided CGs I can remember.
Core Dynamics Delta India Golf. The Empire cordially welcomes you to our facility, friend.
I mean, I get it, but, you know, there's never expecting to win, and then there's what's been happening with this one, which is really just... Let's get 50% here. Why have I lost nav with my... There we go.
Permission granted. Set down on landing pad 3-2.
All right. Now let's head for landing. Ah, we got the hype. Yeah, I feel like there's never expecting to win these things if you're a smaller faction, and then there's what's been going on with this one, which is just rough.
Speed to 100 meters per second.
Reduce speed to 100 meters per second. No. You expect me not to speed on the way into the mailbox slot? Please. Welcome back.
Please regulate your speed and accommodate oncoming traffic.
I will not do either of those things, ATC.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking procedure complete.
All right, let's get paid.
The Empire would like to apologize for any hostility you may have encountered on your approach to the facility, Commander.
Appreciate the raid. It's always nice to talk to fellow commanders. All right, so that was our real one right there. Was a 15 mil. Oh, remember when 15 million was a lot? 270 mil. This whole thing has probably netted me about 800 million credits. Considering the amount of credits that I've spent in the last little bit, that's not too bad. How long would it take to get this stupid thing here? Oh wait, it's a pre-built. I can just have it. Yeah, I could just get rid of it and then redeploy it here. I just want to test this thing again because when I used it the other day, my initial impressions of this thing, oh, there's somebody that's getting banned, was that it was trash. And I just want to make sure that it really is trash and that I'm not just hallucinating. All right, Frontier, so how do you have this thing? Set up for fire groups. That's... Alright, so that's got incendiary. And then those are corrosive and drag. So the class 3s... Who put this thing together at FDev and thought this was a good idea? We're going to take this out to the conflict zone and have a look real quick, but yeah. Right off the top of my head, initial impressions are that, yes, this thing is actually shit.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing restraints retracted. Please observe safe speeds when traversing the docking bay.
I mean, it's a Mamba, so it's fast as hell, but...
Frameshift drive charging.
You are now clear of the station.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I'm not real sure that they're... I get what they thought they were going for with this. Again, we're going to drop into the low intensity, because if I'm going to actually test this thing out, I need to not have 90 ships breathing down my neck, but... So what they're intending, basically, is to use the incendiaries and corrosives to go through the shields, and then the kinetics for the hull damage, but is not going to work that way because they're fucking fragment cannons. This thing's got no real energy weapons. And yeah, I know you can get through shields without straight energy weapons, but you ain't doing it with fragment cannons. I can think of plenty of other builds that would have accomplished this without going all fragment cannon. Then again, I'm the same person that strapped 4 railguns to a Corsair, so... We'll drop in, and while we wait, and if you guys are new here, I am Dimebot. I am a variety streamer. I do Elite Dangerous, Star Citizen, Flight Sim, JRPGs. Right now, I'm doing Dune Awakening, but I'm not doing Elite. So, do a little bit of everything. Thanks for the follows. Glad to have you with us. Alright, so let's take a look at these fire groups again. So the Class 3s are on primary, and the Class 1s are on secondary. So I think their intent... Oh, shit. That was not what I needed to hit. Well, we'll just wait on the... shields to recharge. That was not what I meant to hit. So these things are going to start recharging or not?
Hull integrity compromised. Under attack.
I'm going to move that keybind after stream. That's like the 3rd time I've done that by accident today on this joystick.
Shields online. Heat sink deployed.
All right, let's see about this idea of theirs.
Target shields offline.
Yeah, this is very much a gimmick build.
Good shooting, Commander.
Let's try to get through somebody's shields now. Yeah, I'm really unsure of what FDev was going for with this build. It's definitely not ammo efficient. I could have killed 3 or 4 ships in my Corvette by now. Like, I just... I straight up don't get what they were really wanting to do with this build.
Target shields online.
Right, is there a bigger target around here?
Warning. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption. Under attack.
No Connies or anything? What will this do to something like an asp if we get right up on it?
Target shields offline. Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat. Under attack.
Yeah, I just don't... You're dead, buddy.
Target destroyed.
Good shooting, Commander. The battle's turning against us. It's make or break time.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Maybe in a high intensity against anacondas and stuff is what this is intended for, because it's fine against this python, and it's just...
Target destroyed.
You got him.
smaller stuff, not so much. I don't know. It's a gimmick, and it's a gimmick that could really backfire on you if you don't know what you're doing. And if you're not a good pilot, because it really involves staying. I just lost targeting on that guy. Where'd he go? There he is. So I guess the name of the game is to hunt pythons for now. It's a very ammo-limited build, too. See what we can do about a Cobra. Yep, and you've got your shields back. Yeah. You're better off with just a standard laser and kinetic build, in my opinion. Boy, we got a ways from the CZ there. Get back in the zone. Chieftain, a Crusader. This will be an interesting matchup. Now, see, against a hull tank, this is really ineffectual.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
All right, FDF.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
That ship looks like Swiss cheese. That's hilarious. I'm back here. Worst time ever for a reload? Worst time ever for a reload.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Target shields offline.
An eagle. Theoretically, if we hit an eagle with this, it dies. Theoretically.
Target destroyed.
You're on a roll, Commander.
Frameshift charge detected. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, we're gonna head back and wrap up for the day. That is a rather painful build. I get what they were going for.
Engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
They just went about it in the, I don't know, worst, dumbest, I don't know, most FDEV way possible. And I know maybe it's not fair, I mean, it is not fair in a way to compare a Mamba to my Corvette, but when I think about the number of ships I could have put down in the same amount of time with conventional weaponry and a lot of other ships besides the Corvette, that's not an efficient way to go about things. Still, it was another 1.2 mil, so. I guess I'll take it. Figured it was going to give me the drop, and it did, but too fast for me to. Ah, well. I'll just leave a shame it. We're fine. And. All right, as we come into land and get ready to wrap up, it's been a pretty interesting day for Elite. We got information on the Panther Clipper. And Vanguard releasing sometime in August, so... Lots of good stuff there.
The Empire would like to apologize for any hostility you may have encountered on your approach to the facility, Commander.
Should be getting a good payday when this this hits. I've earned 19 million on this one. All right, contributed 19 mil. How is Kumo doing? Yikes. We're gonna be seeing these freaking missiles in PvP soon. This FSD interrupt, that's gonna be brutal. Anyways, guys, thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the follows. I'll be back tomorrow. Stream every day from 1 to 5. Probably be hopping back into Dune tomorrow for a little bit over the weekends. I'm planning on some Star Citizen and some Elite. So look forward to that. And if you guys are new here, be sure to pop into... Is that the right message or not? Whoops, wrong button. Okay, so those aren't working. Nope, that's the wrong buttons. It's those. Be sure to hop into Discord, and I will see you guys tomorrow. 07 Commanders, have a great evening.